Where's my seat?
Row J, seat 6.
Thank you.
How long is the show?
I'm so excited.
Yeah, it's gonna be a great show.
Sir, please step over here.
Do you need help finding your seat?
Orchestra or mezzanine?
Please step forward.
Can I have a small popcorn and water?
Get me a spritzer, won't you?
$10, please.
Do you have any gummy bears?
I need a beer.
Cash or credit?
Where's the bathroom?
To your left behind the stairs.
Thanks, I need a pee. Look at the stage.
Have you read the program?
Turn off your phone now.
Excuse me. Sorry. Excuse me. Can I pass?
Can I help you?
Do you know what you want for dinner?
Did you tell the babysitter what time we'd be home?
are you getting home?
The trains were so slow today, I thought I wasn't going to make it tonight.
I'm so excited to see the show. Did you know RJ, the guy from TikTok, is the host?
Oh my god, look who's in it.
Company, this is your places. Call places for top of show. Places. Thank you. All right, checking in. House lights.
Hello, standing by.
Thank you. And lights.
Lights is ready. Have a great show.
Thank you, thank you. And spots.
Spots are ready.
Hey, here are your lights. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I see my lights, thank you.
Thank you. How are we doing on places?
We have places stage right.
Liz, how is stage left?
Almost ready.
Wonderful. Thank you. All right, sound.
Standing by on sound.
Thank you. Have a good show.
Thanks, you too.
Maestro, are you ready?
I'm good.
All right, here's your cue light.
House manager to SM.
Go for SM.
Hello, we have the house is yours.
How are we doing on places? We have the house.
We are good to go.
Okay, y'all, we have places. Have a good show, everyone. Stand by house lights and lights 2. House lights to half. Go. Lights 2 and house out. Go.
pieces, this mystery I am, writing me a letter, hoping she gets it. But what will I say? Is just the line of my dreams mine? The answers are gray.
Welcome to Offstage, our second night of performances. Tonight we travel outside the Cabaret Theater, where I am right now, to witness stories that talk about growing up and becoming who we want to be. Tonight we have very special performances, one coming all the way from Costa Rica. While rehearsing, filming, and recording music for this production, the company of TNT's Offstage adhered to federal, state, and university-wide COVID-19 safety protocols, maintaining social distancing guidelines while working in person and conducting all other meetings and rehearsals remotely. For more information about social distancing and COVID-19 protocols, please visit NYU Return's COVID-19 information on the New York University website. The performance that started us off tonight was Mystery I Am. And the real mystery is, how'd they write such a good song? Joining me right now are Senzo Amati, and joining us remotely is Sabrina Song. Welcome to both of you. So now, back in the fall, you two first met each other, virtually. But you sort of knew about each other before you met, right?
Yeah, so I did a cappella in high school, and my directors would always show us videos of college groups, and I instantly fell in love with the Enharmonics from NYU. And so when we started doing this speed dating type of thing on Zoom to match up the singers with the composers, when I saw Sabrina on my screen, I was like, oh my God. Like, I recognize her. She's from the Unharms. And I remember I called my mom. I was like, Mom, like, she's from the group. Oh, my gosh. And I told Sabrina, and I was a little embarrassed, but I don't regret telling her.
And Sabrina, I heard you sort of Googled Senzo to get a sound for her voice. And
so I feel like I was just doing a little obligatory Googling, and heard her sing online in some different videos, and she was amazing, which was just the cherry on top.
So going back to the fall, what was it like, when you first started deciding what you wanted to write about, and how did you find the subject matter for this song?
Yeah, I called Senzel, and we had probably like an hour and a half long conversation just about our lives and things we were struggling with and things that could be potential common ground for us to write about. And we found that we had a lot of similarities in our personalities and our families, our upbringings, and how we feel about where we're at in our lives, with Senzel being a freshman and me being a senior. There's a lot of changes happening for both of us, and I think we were able to really bond.
And so finally, the song is called Mystery I Am. And so can you talk about that metaphor and what the mystery of Mystery I Am is?
Yeah, so I think the mystery for me is just finding out what my real passion is in life and finding out how I'm going to pursue it. I mean, I know both me and Sabrina, we talked about how much we love music and how much we want it in our lives in the future. And I feel like music is just such a hard thing to pursue. And it's like, it's always a mystery of, am I going to make it? How am I going to get there? But I think the mystery is worth solving, when music is your true passion and when there's nothing else in the world that you'd want to pursue.
Absolutely. And I'm a musician, so I feel that immensely. And thank you to both of you for joining me and talking with me about your song. Our next song of the evening is Work in Progress by Sabrina Caputo. And afterwards, we're going to chat with Sabrina. So take it away.
When I was 13, I failed algebra, so I started counting what I knew. Counting pounds and calories, just for something fun to do. First 1,000, then 500, to prove I was in control. But this sort of arithmetic can't be good for the soul. When I was 13, I had a crush, but I couldn't tell anyone. I prayed to God, I said, oh, please don't let me be a lesbian. Way too much for my 13 years, so I buried it down deep. I only thought about it when I should have been asleep. How can I be kind to me when I'm everything I feared I'd be? Too many plans, but I can't get out of bed. Learning how to fall in love with the me that I was so scared of. I'm trying, but I'm still too in my head. Some days it gets easier, then I'm crying on the bathroom floor again, thinking I'll be happy when I grow up. When I was 16, I had it together, or at least that's how it felt those days. Starving and exhausted, but damn if I didn't have straight A's. The first and last straight thing about me, I was scared to tell the world. What would that do to my disguise as this perfect girl? When I was 16, I was so content, falling in love with falling apart, romanticizing anxiety, hiding the hurt I felt in my heart, fainting in the grocery store. I was so hard on myself. But skipping meals is easier than asking for help. How can I be kind to me when I'm everything I feared I'd be? Too many plans, but I can't get out of bed. Learning how to fall in love with the me that I was so scared of. I'm trying, but I'm still too in my head. Some days it gets easier, then I'm crying on the bathroom floor again, thinking I'll be happy when I grow up. Time went by, I was waiting to live. Staying stuck was simpler, there was too much to forgive. Time goes by, I call my body a friend. Then I break every promise and start it over again. I started over again, and I started over again. I'm 19, a work in progress. I don't cry as much anymore. I still get overwhelmed sometimes, but nothing like it was before. You're not alone, it gets better. I'll say it till I believe it's true. My scars and marks and dents and bumps are tattoos of all that I've been through. I'll find a way to be kind to me. I'll be everything I feared I'd be, the good and the bad and the just okay. Still learning how to fall in love with the me that I was so scared of. I'm trying, but it's me who's in my way. Some days it gets easier, then I'm crying on the bathroom floor again, thinking I'll be happy when I grow up. Oh, I'm sure I'll be happy when I grow up.
So I'm so excited to talk with Sabrina Caputo about her song, Work in Progress. Hi, Sabrina.
Hi.
So you wrote and performed this song about your own story. Was that a daunting task to do?
Yes, extremely so. I had such a bad case of imposter syndrome. Those whole first weeks of rehearsal, I kept thinking, this is the one where they figure out I'm not a real composer. But I was never really alone during the process. Being able to talk to Zoe and the rest of the cast and the composers really helped me figure out where I was going with this story.
Absolutely. And before, you didn't really share your music so much, and this is sort of your first, time sharing it in the public.
Yeah, so I started writing music during the pandemic, during the lockdown. So I never really had an opportunity to share it with anyone except for my mom, my roommate, my girlfriend. So playing my song for the first time to the cast and crew, it was extremely liberating and terrifying and rewarding, but everyone was so supportive, and that just made me so much more confident to start putting out some more music.
Absolutely. And so in the song Work in Progress, I assume the work in progress is yourself.
Here she is.
Did you feel like writing the song helped you progress at all?
Absolutely. I'm a huge advocate for therapy, for professional help, would never suggest this is a replacement for that. But yes, art can be so therapeutic, and having the time to be introspective and talk to other people about my experience and hear other people relate to me, I mean, that's just, it's so helpful to me, and I hope helpful to other people too.
Truly. And on that note, if there's one thing you want the audience to take away or one piece of advice you want to give them from the song, what would that be?
It's cliche, but it's okay to not be okay. We hear that all the time, and what does it really mean? I want the song to feel like a hug. We talked about that a lot throughout the process. Just a hug for whoever you are, wherever you are right now. That is okay. In my song, I say I'm 19, a work in progress. Since then, I've turned 20, and spoiler alert, I am still a work in progress. It's like you said, it's a journey without a clear destination, and it's perfectly okay to be right where you are.
Absolutely. And on that note, I think we could all use a hug. So thank you, Sabrina, for joining with us. Our next song is called Currently Unnamed, written by Cam Campton and Katie Rubino, who will meet shortly. But right now, this is Currently Unnamed.
I was born to a name that didn't feel like my own, and then my body changed, but I didn't feel quite the same as all my girlfriends. I spent years trying on names, like I was trying on clothes, but nothing really clicked why I felt like this. But I am who I am. I'm still me, just a little bit afraid of what I have. It comes in waves of love and hate. Introducing myself and saying hi, I'm currently unnamed. I was okay with where I stood, but it wasn't solid ground yet. Every bra was a threat. I needed more than that. So I decided to tell my friends, and they said, yeah, we know. And I was like, oh. Well, is this okay, just saying it this way? Will I melt if I advance and utter the word trans? But I am who I am. I'm still me, just a little bit afraid of what I have. It comes in waves of love and hate. Introducing myself and saying hi, I'm currently unnamed. I sat down across from my parents and I said, mom and dad. I'm kind of more of a boxers kind of guy. And they said, why didn't you tell us sooner? As if it wasn't clear any sooner. But I couldn't dispute my fragile sense of self for them in their trying time. So I said, thanks for teaching me how to shave my legs. I sure hope I never do that again. And thanks for teaching me how to stay away from the boys. Oh, Mom, I wanna be them. I'm the same person you raised. Nothing's really changed. I'm just like all the rest, but most of all, thanks for doing your best. I am who I am. I'm still me. Even if I'm afraid of being perceived in a way I don't wanna be. It comes in waves of love and hate. But I am who I am. I'm still me. Being nameless doesn't scare me. It comes in waves of love and hate. But here I am. Hi. I'm currently unnamed.
So joining me now are Cam and Katie, the artists behind the song you just heard. Welcome, both of you. So this song has a more upbeat feeling and it uses a lot of humor to tell its story. Can you talk about the choice to use this kind of storytelling?
Yeah, I think that I consciously wanted to stay away from being too trite or like overly serious because I think that, you know, it's been done. And also I kind of wanted to take control of the way that I tell my own story. And that's the way that I tell it in real life, you know.
And, you know, on that same note, you know, that method is also used in the accompaniment and the melody of the song. So were there any sort of musical inspirations for this song?
So when we began writing, we were looking for songs that kind of followed the same musical influences that we wanted to go for. We both liked the stylings of the songs from Dear Evan Hansen. So we decided that we wanted to kind of emulate how certain songs from that musical were styled.
Absolutely. And so the way this song is formatted, it's very much, you know, chronological order, events through time, and it's a retelling of Cam's story. So I'm wondering about how you two collaborated and made this song truly authentic, but also a collaboration of both of you.
So we met a couple of times and just talked. And then what I also did is I sent Katie some essays that I've written over the years.
I really loved all of the essays that he sent me. So it was really easy to kind of piece things together from everything that I got from him.
And a lot of segments from those actually ended up in the lyrics, which is really cool. I mean, this song is, you know, it's for people like me, it's for trans people, but it's also for the people around them. Because I think, you know, for too long, we've been kind of preaching this message of just tolerance as the baseline, but I really don't think that that's enough. And I think that once people, you know, just have an understanding that we are also people, then that's going to open a lot of doors.
So I want to thank you both for speaking with me about this amazing, beautiful, moving song. Now that song may be called Currently Unnamed, but I would name it Very, Very Good. And now to close out the second night of our virtual concert, here is Marife Quesada, all the way from Costa Rica, and Andrea Maya. Welcome to both of you. Now, your song is called Niaki Niaya, which means neither here nor there. And can you talk about what that sentiment means in the context of this song?
Definitely. It really explores this idea of like living in a border identity and not really being defined by a specific label and not feeling completely comfortable in an identity label. And the song is really about finding that comfort and identity within yourself instead of trying to fit into a category. And Andrea and I really explored that idea in finding that comfort within the borders.
And on that same note about finding identity in the borders, this song is it has some elements of English and Spanish combined together. So can you talk about the choice to write it that way and what it sort of means in terms of the song?
Yeah, I think it was almost instant. Like when we first started talking about the song with Zoe and everybody, Mary Faye kind of brought it up, and in my mind, I was like, that's definitely something I'm interested in doing and I want to do. And I think especially with what we said, like about the meaning of the song and just kind of meeting on the in-betweens, it really kind of captures both, some of my essence, some of her essence, and also how Mary Faye's had to kind of navigate worlds, being back home and then coming here to America. So I think it was a really cool process.
Totally. I think that the Spanish really came in to help to like show more of the truth in my essence, in the way that I choose to communicate, but in a way that like the combination of English and Spanish would merge the two worlds and would encompass like the totality of how I try to communicate, and like understanding that negotiation between languages very tied to identity. So we thought that using both languages would only heighten the storytelling.
Now, the way you just described it makes it sound like this song is one of a kind. And now, closing out tonight's show, this is Mari Faye performing her song, Ni Aquí, Ni Allá.
So if you wanna know me, you better take your time. To put it simply, I'm living in between the lines. Ni aquí ni allá, me siento en casa, no, no. I'm trying to keep a hold of what is mine. You let your border so easily open, but so quickly closing. Added to my name a color, but never let me disclose it. Every day spent trying to refocus. Stuck in limbo, didn't even know it. Did I pass the bar? Was it a made for me? And now I'm trying to live this new life, trying to navigate what's still blind. But I never asked for this new set of eyes. So if you wanna know me, you better take your time. To put it simply, I'm living in between the lines. Ni aquí ni allá, me siento en casa. No, no, I'm trying to keep a hold of what is mine. A buscar dentro de mí, a lo mejor es así como voy a entender quién soy y qué hago aquí. Como he esperado este momento. Hasta luego todas las etiquetas. Yo no soy quien pa' que me comprometas. Yo soy la que decide quién soy, cómo soy, cómo voy. And now I'm trying to live this new life, trying to navigate what's still blind. But I never asked for this new set of eyes. So if you wanna know me, you better take your time. To put it simply, I'm living in between the lines. Ni aquí ni allá, me siento en casa. No, no, I'm trying to keep a hold of what is mine. So rid me from this place. I can stay or I can go. Yo sé dónde está mi corazón. Other me and put me in between. Porque donde yo pertenezco está dentro de mí. So if you wanna know me, you better take your time. To put it simply, I'm living in between the lines. Ni aquí ni allá, me siento en casa. No, no, I'm trying to keep a hold of what is mine, mine.
We have come to the end of night 2 for TNT's Offstage. Thank you for joining us tonight. Remember that we are still meeting one last time tomorrow. We've seen some amazing and diverse stories, and we have even more to share on our final night. So join us. Get your tickets, tell your friends, and share it on social media. And if you'd like to learn more about our process, get to know our cast even more, or see special bonus features, go to our website, nyutishnutheater.com. I'll see you tomorrow. Don't miss it. This is Offstage.
Even if it's not, like, I don't have to, like, you know, throw myself up into an elm. But, like, I can totally just, like, even, like, sit on a bench and maybe just, like, hang out with the plant, and it'll be great. Like, you know, don't laugh at me. I love hanging out with plants.
I support it.
I mean, yeah, whatever thoughts you have, even if it's not right now, like, I'm totally.
I mean, I am a fan of throwing anyone up into trees.
You gonna put him in a tree?
I mean, I put myself in trees, so like only if he wants to.
Okay, I'm only asking so that way it's like maybe a stretchy pair of pants, so that's not a bad time. Just give me a little bit of the heads up if that's the plan, so that way I can.
Will do. I'm gonna leave that to Zoe.
Like, I don't know if you know those people who are like, oh, I don't like musical theater, but really the only exposure they had to musical theater is like Grease or High School Musical.
Whoa.
I know.
Bruce is there. If you've seen High School Musical, they like musical theater.
That's true. That's fair.
I know this one's for Nick. Nick wanted to know what's going on in the world of High School Musical, the series, and the drama between all of these children.
Do we have any other presentations for this evening? Calvin, I believe that you have one, right?
So, let me share my screen right now. Okay, everyone's telling me to stop, but I put effort into this, so I'm gonna keep going through. He is 1776% perfect, a true American patriot. And you know what they say, birds of a feather. That's it.